Hey there, it's Nazreen from the Golden Nuggets podcast. If you guys are a business owner, consultant, coaches, experts, or self-employed professionals looking to grow your reach, I would like to introduce to you the Podium. It is our flagship podcast where we feature professionals just like you to share your story, to promote your business, and connect with a broader audience in the podcast space. So far, we have successfully completed 10 episodes featuring incredible guests, and the feedback has been awesome. And for a limited time offer, previously we charged for $250. We raised it slightly higher. Right now it's at $300 per episode. It is a 70% discount from our original price. This includes not only being featured in the podcast, but also gaining content to promote your business and credibility that comes with it. If you've been considering to be part of a podcast, now is your chance. Don't miss out this opportunity to amplify your message, reach to new audience, and stand out within your industry. I look forward to see you in the Podium, and let's share your story.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Nuggets podcast. Welcome to 2025. This is a brand new episode of the Podium.
Yeah.
My name is Hanafi, and next to me, I have Ami.
What's up, guys?
And today's guest is Ami. I think you would be best to do the introduction because you've known him for quite some time.
Yes. So he was actually my fellow NS BMT mate lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
BMT
So
mate,
for 6 months we've seen each other lah. And yeah, we have none other than Shafiq Salim. Salim kan?
Yes, correct. Hi.
Shafiq, how are you, brother?
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. So Shafiq actually runs this company called Flex Flow Dynamic.
Yes.
Right. Can you share with our listeners more about yourself and also Flex Flow Dynamic?
Yeah, so my name is Shafiq. So I've been running this business for 5 years. So it's a therapy business helping clients with targeted pain area.
Okay.
So I use various methods like bone setting, dynamic cupping, massage, stretching, dry needling to help you relieve that pain that you're feeling.
Okay.
Could be a neck pain, shoulder, lower back, knees. But it's a targeted pain area kind of solution.
Okay. A bit about your background because we've known each other during BMT. What happens after that? like which unit do you go to after that?
Actually, I went to OCS.
Oh, okay.
Oh, OCS abang ni.
Injured my knee, kind of down pass.
Oh yeah, it was you, Erwin,
Hashaf,
Hashaf.
Afandi, yeah.
The three of you only, right?
I think it was Richard. There was one guy, Richard.
Okay.
Raymond. There was a few of us, like 5 or 6.
Raymond was your platoon,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but the Malays is you, Hashaf, and Erwin only.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Do you go through the whole 9 months?
No. Made it through for 6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And then my knee completely gave way.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah, so went for surgery and then down pass. Meniscus tear.
Oh, okay.
So was a club throughout my NS life.
Oh.
Yeah, fall from grace they said, but yeah, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
So
It's better to be a clerk lah.
did something else after that.
Okay.
So like took up. I had time to take up other things lah.
Okay.
So after NS, became a technician for a while.
Okay.
Went back to further studies and was an engineer for a while.
I see.
During that period, suffered through episodes of back pain.
Okay.
Went through the Western medicine route. Painkillers, muscle relaxants, and the whole 9 yards, but it didn't go away.
Yeah.
The painkiller doesn't work.
Doesn't work lah, bro.
I'll give you a simple analogy. If the house is on fire, do you put out the fire or put out the alarm?
Put out the fire.
Yeah,
Correct.
put out the
But
fire.
painkillers put out the alarm.
Yeah.
It's not the fire.
Oh,
So
okay.
your body is screaming, but then you just turn off the alarm.
Yeah, correct. Because like most analgesics, right? What they do is they go to the part of your brain that says it's painful and say it's no longer pain.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
So it works when you're in dire pain that you just want it to stop. You
Okay.
take painkillers so for you to sleep and rest, but it doesn't make the pain go away. That's why some people say after a few hours or after a few days it comes back.
Okay.
So that began the search for an alternative therapy.
Okay. So before you search for alternative therapy, right? Like what pain were you going through? Was because of the meniscus tear that you have, or any other pain?
No, I was doing weightlifting.
Okay.
Because after NS, gonna put on a bit of weight and then decided to do weightlifting. And then, so the lower back always give way from deadlifts.
Okay.
So, that's where the search began.
I see.
Alternative therapy.
Okay. And then you mentioned you were an engineer, right? Like, which company were you working for? And you also mentioned about the degree. Like, what did you study before that? For your degree?
From diploma level, I was through and through an aviation person.
Okay.
So
In RP, yeah?
yes, RP, I took aerospace avionics.
Okay. I didn't know RP have aviation.
Yeah, I didn't.
I thought only TP. Yeah.
They started with one course. Now there's like airport management and all that. I'm not up to date, but they have a few now. But back then when I joined, they only had one, which is aerospace avionics.
Okay.
Oh, which year was this?
2007, I think. Yeah.
Oh, dah ada eh? I didn't know that.
That's why I didn't know.
Graduated 2009. We joined army in 2010.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
aerospace. Then when I continued to a degree, it was Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics. So true diehard fan of aviation. We could talk about aircraft for hours and hours.
Okay.
So are you still in the industry?
No, COVID came, got retrenched.
Okay.
Decided to stay in the engineering field.
Okay. But no longer aviation.
No longer aviation. Now
But-
mechanical workshop.
I mean, now with everything picking up, why not join back aviation?
Yeah, I mean the money is good anyway.
Yeah, that's why.
Right now, it's still with the employers market.
Okay.
Means there's a large number of employees, but the job opportunities is still not as wide.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with your experience, I believe you can like command some kind of salary and also position, right?
Correct. Unfortunately, right now, I guess, although I tried, but no bites yet.
Okay.
Maybe. And then interest kind of changed right now.
I see.
So after discovering this therapy line, interest kind of changed, and now I'm more keen towards doing this therapy.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned that you actually started the business 5 years ago. So that was just before COVID.
Yes.
When exactly did you study or learn about or perhaps get your certification in this industry?
It started off with cupping therapy.
Okay.
I had a bad experience.
Okay.
I got the wrong therapies. Had a very bad experience.
Okay.
Didn't went back to Bekam for a year.
Oh,
Traumatized.
okay.
Okay.
Like how bad was it? Like what happened during that experience?
That particular therapies use razor blade instead of the surgical blade that you're supposed to use.
Okay.
So razor blade cuts a lot deeper. And then it kind of.
But I think a lot of the older generation who do wet cupping, they use the blade, right?
It's supposed to be the proper technique is supposed to be a number 5 surgical blade.
Okay.
Razor blade is too sharp.
Okay.
And even as much as you control your pressure, it kind of cuts deeper inside. And then because when you Bekam, you do not want to remove your fresh blood from your veins, just your flows. But with razor blade, there's a tendency of you cutting inside. And then the bleeding is a lot more. And the healing takes a longer time.
Okay.
So for me, I went through that. 3 days, I couldn't recover because every day when you put on your t-shirt,
Painful.
it will tear and then it will bleed again.
It will tear.
I mean the wound will bleed again.
Yeah.
So that got me traumatized
Okay.
for a year. I didn't wait. After that, then it's like cannot be something that is sunnah to us and then it be that bad of an experience.
Yeah, that's
Decided
true.
to find out more.
Okay.
Went took a course for it and then I'm like, oh, okay. So that therapist didn't do it accordingly. It was wrong. So from cupping, it grew. It just grew. So from cupping, learn massage. And one day I had one of my friends played soccer, pull his back.
Okay.
He called me for help. So I went down. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Did massage, try cupping for good 2 hours. Then he said, sorry bro, to be honest, it didn't quite help.
Okay.
Then he was like, okay. Then that sparked in me like, okay, there's got to be more than this.
Yeah.
So then it grew. It grew from that to bone setting.
Okay.
Grew. Then after that, it grew to fire cupping. So it just based on the experience with clients, then got me deciding on what to do next, what to learn next.
Okay.
Okay.
We go back to about the cupping part.
Okay.
You mentioned that the person, your very first experience, the guy used a razor blade, and you mentioned that you're supposed to use a surgical blade.
Correct.
I know a lot of the therapists out there, they use lancet also.
Yes.
So which is better, using the blade or lancet?
Sunnah would be to use a blade because then you can make a better incision so that the blood has more opening to come out.
Okay.
But that doesn't take away the benefit of using a lancet needle. Because one thing is lancet needle is the pen is spring loaded. So no matter how hard you apply a pressure, it goes in predetermined by the spring. It's a lot safer and a lot more clients are more comfortable with that now. So to say that it's wrong to use a blade, no. Blade is sunnah. But choose your therapies.
Okay.
Make sure it's truly certified to use a blade. To do it.
Okay.
But again, some people will say that, he's wrong. You can use a razor blade. To each its own.
Yeah.
You can, but the chances of you cutting deeper than you're supposed to, it's higher.
I see. You personally, would you prefer to use blade or lancet for your clients?
For my service, because it's house call service, lancet needle is my choice.
Okay.
Because it's easier to maintain cleanliness and all. So it's disposable. Hygiene is paramount because we don't want cross-contamination.
Yeah.
So with every client, the needles will be disposed and I only need to maintain the cleanliness of the pen, sterilize everything. And I can be sure that the next client receive a clean slate for a session.
Okay. Yeah, because surgical blade, the way you want to sterilize also.
Correct. You need to clean, then use a UV oven, bake, make sure the plates are so it's harder to
A lot of work.
Yeah, a lot more work.
I mean, you laugh because you know, right?
yeah. I mean, I work in the OT, so yeah.
But I have one question, and this is based on my own experience, and seeing how you are sharing your own experience, seems like you are quite experienced lah in the field, kan? So there was once upon a time, I totally understand where you get this whole trauma because it took me about 1 year to recover also. So what happened was, before we become, what they do is they usually massage and so on. So this guy massage, and I did mention it was a bit painful lah for him so that he can lighten the pressure, kan?
Okay.
So after the massage, after the become, it's like 2 weeks, bro. It's like very hard for me to still move. It's like I just got battered by somebody, like a gang of hooligans. Yeah. So is it okay or is it normal or how is it like?
Okay.
For that kind of
the norm in the society right now, they believe that pressing harder is the solution. But that's not quite it. That doesn't mean you press harder, you feel the relief faster. The guideline usually I guide my clients is after the massage, within 24 to 48 hours, you need to start feeling relief. If you start feeling like there's blue blacks or you feel like that really painful kind of feel, then probably the therapist has applied a bit too much of a pressure on your body.
So it felt like blue black lah, like you said. So is there a way to recover from that feeling?
Unfortunately, after that kind of massage, you have to ride it through.
So that 2 weeks I had to ride it.
Correct. Because if we massage again, then you're already in pain. Then you're going to be. So it's a lot of rest and a lot of drink or a lot more water to recover, and your body will naturally just kind of recover from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's quite worrying, especially for you. You are a therapist, right? There are people who have gone through and they are traumatized.
Correct.
How do you actually tell them that with me it's not gonna be the same, Like how do you tactfully tell them that hey, actually your previous therapist is not good lah?
I mean, you're doing role playing for sales, is it? Putting him.
I will never tell a client that the previous therapist is bad.
So that's why my question is, how do you tactfully say that?
So usually when I meet them, it's not straight away bam into the therapist. Therapy. We'll sit down, get to know first each other. What's the previous experience? I'll ask them, what kind of experience you had? When was your last session? Then after that, there'll be an assessment from me.
Okay.
I'll check, do certain rotation, do certain movements. as simple as touch your toes for low back pain. So from the assessment, you know that okay, roughly where the problem is at and all. And then when we enter to the session, it's always a constant feedback. I'll tell my clients, okay, this is a therapy session. It's not meant to torture you. So always feedback. Okay. If I hit a spot that you feel good, tell me. If the pressure is too hard, also tell me. So it's a constant feedback. The clients, I always say, this therapy session is for you. Guide me along. So it's not me who's guiding the client is guiding me.
Okay.
As a therapist, you do not feel the pain.
Yes.
The clients do. So you have to adjust according to the client.
Okay.
So not some people, their pain tolerance is a lot higher. And they'll tell you, okay, you can go harder. It's nicer. Some people, when you apply the same pressure, you go, oh, it's too hard. You got to scale back. You cannot just go, oh, by feel, or this is sedap, or this area got problem means I must go harder. Doesn't quite work that way. So yeah, it's always a feedback. Then ensure at all times that the client feels comfortable. So that's the reason. One of the reasons why I do house call service.
Okay.
Because clients feel more comfortable at their own home.
Yeah, true.
They get to decide whether they want to do in their room, their hall, some balconies, their comfort area in the house. So usually all I need is enough space for a massage bed.
Okay.
And a workstation.
So you will bring your own massage?
Correct.
Okay.
There'll be a massage bed involved.
You do any room setting like put candles or whatever?
I used to bring a diffuser.
Okay.
But it was a lot of work. I gotta dispose the water. I gotta make sure it doesn't spill. So no.
Okay.
At most I would do Spotify, relaxing music.
Okay.
So set the ambience.
Okay.
I have a friend who used to bring the Shopee sauna tent.
Okay.
And then he will ask me to sit inside the sauna tent. Do you provide such service? Because it's also extra work, right?
Correct. But sauna tent is a different kind of therapy. Usually you want a client to sweat it out. For me, it's targeted pain area.
Okay.
So the idea is within that 1 hour to 1.5 hours is to relieve your pain immediately. Because for guys, what more do we want? We are breadwinners. We want to bring back that. Then we cannot go out and work if we're in pain. So the idea is within that session is to reduce that pain. I will never guarantee that the pain go away. There's no such thing. But the idea is to help you reduce that pain so that you can go back to your normal daily activities. Be it, some people drive, Grab, long hours. And most likely their lower backs will get locked up. So when it locks up, they cannot drive anymore. And then that goes their income. So the idea is to provide that relief so that they can go back. And then with progressive therapy sessions, and then it will relax and go back to hopefully to its original, or not, at least back to 70-80% of what it was.
Okay.
I mean, aside from your friend, I got another one more friend. He's sitting on the floor today with us. But like most of the Fridays, Salat Jumaat. So when he sit while the khutbah is happening, and then he will feel like pins and needles, like ends, semut lah kaki. So is there anything wrong with that? He was asking earlier. So how do you fix that kind of issues that he always constantly have every Friday?
Okay. First and foremost, we need to assess. It could be a muscle tightness issue, so that when he falls, it kind of pinch on his nerves, or he could be having a nerve pinching on his lower back. So just a question like this is difficult to answer straight. But usually I would recommend to have a session to do usually what I would do for this kind of situation would be to have your stretches, and then we'll do the bone setting, and then the massage, and probably some dry cupping to relax. So the order of this therapy is stretching is so that your muscles are loosened up before you can do your bone setting. Because we do not want to go in straight and adjust because the muscle might be tight. So once the alignments are back to neutral position, they will relax the muscle. That's where the massage comes in. And then if required, we dry cupping, which another benefit is to relax the muscle again. So the idea is to have a holistic approach to this. Not just a one kind of angle kind of approach. Some clients do have muscle issues, tightness. Some clients is alignment issues. So it really depends.
So what you are saying is it's not necessary that it's like a specific A, B, C to solve a problem, but instead like it depends on what the person is going through, the pain that they have, and then you decide like, which is the proper treatment to do first. Because what I was told previously is you need to have your massage first before you do your alignment, and then you do your cupping. So it's not necessarily that what do you call it? Order, right?
That's true. It doesn't have to be in that order.
Okay.
Because you see, for myself personally, I don't start with massage first because the clients will be oily.
Yeah, that's true.
So makes bone setting a lot harder.
That's true.
Messy. So what I will do is use a massage gun and stretches. That is sufficient before you introduce bone setting.
Okay.
So then after the bone setting, then I'll do the massage. After the massage, then you can do cupping because it's no issues already. You won't get messy anymore at the end.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. This is quite a competitive space. What sets you apart from other therapists out there?
Because for me, I choose, I mix and combine the best of each therapies into one.
Okay.
As mentioned, it's a targeted pain area kind of solution. So as much as, yes, I do touch on the rest of the body, but that session that you engage me for is really to target, to relieve that pain, to provide that pain relief.
Okay.
And the idea is with the various methods is to give you that prolonged relief, not just within like 2-3 days and then the pain comes back. So most clients tell me that after a massage session, as early as 2 to 3 days, the pain comes back. So it's not their fault. It's not the therapist's fault either.
Okay.
It's just that it's not a holistic approach.
I see.
So you massage the muscle relax. But within 2 to 3 days, when it goes back to doing its original work, it gets strained again. And then your pain comes back. Okay. So it's more of, that's why I say it's a targeted pain area, is because we want to get to the root cause of it. So through the session, then through massage, bone setting, then I will roughly be able to tell you more accurately where the problem lies.
Okay.
So most people will be surprised that they tell me, oh, I got back pain.
Yeah.
But actually the problem is not in their back.
Okay.
It's their quads or IT band. It's too tight. It's because, as mentioned, your IT band is connected from your hip all the way down to your knees.
Yeah.
So if it's very tight, it's pulling.
Okay.
So that then you feel pain on your back, but you think it's your back pain, but it's not.
I see. Okay. So what you're saying is basically, it's something that I've been doing wrong because previously, because I want to stretch my dollar, right? So I know I have lower back pain. But whenever I go for a therapy session, I will tell them I want the full body service.
It's not wrong. A full body means, okay, I just do a general. Like for example, let's give an analogy, a car. You got this belt sound in the car. And you just go in, okay lah, just do a normal servicing. But you don't tackle what's the issue. So the mechanic comes in, I'll do an oil change. I just do my 32-point check and stuff. And okay, you can go. You're like, oh, I got back the car. I already did servicing. It should be good. But then after that bearing sound is still there. So you're not going to the root cause of the problem. So whole body usually is great for maintenance.
Okay.
Which we guys tend to overlook. We should do maintenance on our body. So a whole body massage, a whole body adjustment is good for maintenance to ensure that your body remains in tip-top condition.
Okay.
But if you have a problem, then you have to go to the root cause of it.
I see. So that means like for me, because I have lower back pain, what I should do is I should treat the lower back pain first.
Correct.
Once it's pretty much not recurring, then I will just keep going for the maintenance one.
Correct.
I think the first thing you should do is you go meet him.
Yes, that's true.
For an assessment,
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So currently, do you have any promotions that you're running for Flex Flow Dynamic?
Correct. Just for TGN podcast listeners, in the month of January, mention TGN and you get at $120 for the session. It's a house call service. The session will last between 1 hour to 1.5 hours. I'll bring all a massage bed and all the required equipment. So you just need to be at home in your shorts.
Then if not under TGN, usually how much do you charge?
$170.
Wow.
Because
So
it includes
$50 off.
$50 off, yeah, that's why. Wow. Okay. And because I know that there are people out there who wants to do the maintenance, right? Do you have packages if they want to do like a lot of sessions over a period of time?
So a normal session is at $170, but if the client commits to a 5-session package, it's at $150 per session. I'll take away $20 per session.
Okay.
And this is not including the first session when they mentioned TGN.
Correct, it's not included. So it's 120 first session and then 150 for the rest of the 4 sessions.
So they get to save 150 bro in total.
Yes, that's true. 150. I thought more than that.
$20 per session times 5, 100 lah.
Correct. Sorry. Brain fog.
And that's why you must go and see him.
So the idea is actually, because this therapy takes a few sessions to feel the full effects. It's never 1 hour I can fix everything.
Yeah.
The explanation I always give my clients is, it takes you this long to feel this much pain. It's impossible to take 1 hour to reverse everything.
True.
So it's always a journey. It takes a little bit of time. So if they trust me, they put their trust in me to do that 5 session, then that's where I'll put to my best of abilities to help them overcome their pain.
Okay. Before we end the show, perhaps can you give our listeners, because right now you are in the midst of doing your best to make this into a viable business before you do it full time, right? What advice would you give our listeners who are in your position and also would want to perhaps start a business or start something where they can eventually replace that into their own full-time income?
First and foremost, find something that you're really passionate about. Something that resonates with you. It doesn't have to be passion, but something that resonates with you. Then it makes that easier for that hustle. Because, there's this saying, only businessmen are crazy people. Because 9 to 5, you can have your off days and you still get your salary at the end of the day. But if you're running a business, then your time is your time.
Yeah.
It's equates to money. So, find something that resonates with you. Then after that is more of give your best. You're honest. Honest. If it's a service line, do your best for the clients. Provide a service that is memorable to them. Something that they can remember. If it's pain like mine, then provide them relief that they're looking for. That kind of thing. So
okay.
Service with a heart.
Service with a heart.
Yeah, service with a heart.
Okay, Syafiq, one last thing before we end the show. You having gone through the business for 5 years, I'm sure you have faced some challenges along the way. One advice for our listeners on how you have overcome any challenges that you have faced along the way in terms of business.
Usually when it's service, you meet clients, all kinds of clients. The only advice I can give is do not take it too hard.
Okay.
Take it in your stride. Take it that it's not meant for you, or take it as a learning experience so that in the future you know how to deal or you know how to navigate better. So mainly just don't take it too hard.
Okay.
I got one question. Okay, so you mentioned that you've met a lot of different kind of clients. Have you had any weird or odd requests before? So that our viewers, listeners, they won't come to you with this.
The most odd request I ever had was this guy who drives Grab.
Okay.
I believe he's a foreigner. Okay. So for some reason he told me that his house has no space.
Okay.
So he requested to have the session in a hotel. So I'm okay to accommodate to that.
Okay.
But then after that he went like, can you lower down your price because I have to pay for the hotel fees? I'm like, but I'm already giving you an offer.
Yeah, and that's not your problem also.
So that was one of those odd requests.
Okay, so listeners, don't do that to him.
Yeah.
You're already getting $50 off,
Yes.
and then when you sign up package, you're gonna get extra $100 off. That's $20 off per session, right? So you can save the 150, or you can use the 150 for another one more session.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
True,
Yeah.
I agree, yes.
Okay, and where can they actually look for you, Syafiq?
I'm on Instagram and Facebook. You can look for Flex Flow Dynamic. Even if you want to know more about the therapies I do share videos and information there. So and then you can find also my contact details there, so you can just WhatsApp me.
Okay, and booking is all through WhatsApp?
True. Yes, WhatsApp.
Okay, can.
Okay.
Otherwise, we will also we will leave the link down below for
Yes.
our
Listeners and viewers lah.
yes, correct.
Yeah, so make it easier for you guys to find him also. And I'm pretty sure all the TGN Golden Nuggets listeners and viewers, they are rooting for you.
Yes.
They want to make sure that you are able to turn this into a full-time business.
Yes.
So yeah, guys, go and sign up.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else, Ami?
That's all. So thank you, Shafiq, for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
No problem, man. And yes, we are rooting for you. And for our listeners out there, I think the word will be flex.
Flex, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Can?
So comment down below flex for to get more information about Shafiq's services.
Yeah. All right. And with that, I think we conclude today's episode of Podium. I hope you guys have a very merry 2025 and may all your goals come true.
Yes.
All right. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.